The Mother Teresa Prayer Garden is a unique space because it's actually several components that come together. Obviously, the most important part of it is the statue of Mother Teresa against the north wall, and it's surrounded in a beautiful natural setting with lots of boulders.
I remember when I was a student, we got the Mother Teresa statue in December for Feast Mass of my senior year, and it was unveiled at Mass, and then it sat in the Great Hall for the remainder of the year and for a number of years. And then when I came back as a staff member, we had finally kind of completed a home for the Mother Teresa statue in the Mother Teresa Prayer Garden.
Adjacent to Mother Teresa is our beautiful labyrinth, which is a major part of it. It takes up a lot of the space, but it's an exact replica of the labyrinth from Chartres Cathedral in France. And then there's a walkway that is adjacent to that opens up into a plaza that's just an open kind of space for students and faculty, people to gather. We use it for social functions. And then off to that, there's a whole kind of lawn space. So all these elements come together to create what we call the Mother Teresa Prayer Garden.
We use the Mother Teresa Prayer Garden every year for our homecoming celebration. We have Mass in the center circle, and then we transition to lunch in the Mother Teresa Prayer Garden with the students from all three schools, and so that's kind of a special and unique opportunity. And then we use it for, the St. Joseph's Table food drive, bonfire at the end. We use it for a variety of class retreats. We call all of our seniors out there at the start of their Sancta Terra, which is their senior retreat at the end of their senior year, to kind of bring them all together before we go through their final retreat together as a class. And so that's kind of special.
Many times we've gathered out there to honor people that have passed away, and it's a great place for celebrations of life. We've honored people that are great gifts to our campus out there. We've had wedding receptions out there. We gather our students out there at the beginning of the year for a huge giant barbecue. So it not only has this sacred nature to it, but it's this really heart and soul. It's the outdoor communal heart of our campus. My office sits and I look directly out at the Mother Teresa Prayer Garden, so I see it every day. I see students coming and going. In the evenings, I see our neighbors in the area walking their dogs and sometimes sitting out there. So to see a teacher explain how the labyrinth itself works and then to see the students participate in it. I love it when the little kids come over from St. John the Baptist, the kindergarten, the preschoolers, and they're too young to understand it, but boy, they have fun time climbing on the walls and the rocks, and God willing, in time they may graduate from Juan Diego and they'll remember the times when they didn't understand it, but they had a lot of fun playing out there.
I think it pulls the students in because they tend to see it as like a central point for them, and it's like they walk by it every day and they get they know about it, and I think they enjoy it because it's so easily accessible and so kind of like private at some level. It's really in the center of our campus. It's really out there the front, but yet it feels so like intimate and personal to them, and that no one's going to bother them, and it's kind of their space.
We've mentioned that we use it for retreats and as a gathering space, and one of those is the Freshman Quest. When our freshmen came, the very beginning of the year, they had a beginning foundation to get to know one another. We're a very blended campus. We have students that come from all different schools. The Freshman Quest really began as a way to bring all of those kids from these various communities together so that when they actually started school, they would have a little sense of who they were and they would know each other's. To have a night where you can pray, where you can have hamburgers, where you can sit on the lawn and talk about different things. And then also we have this beautiful experience where they go out. They have an activity called Cross the Line where they get to understand that they're all much more alike than they are different. And my favorite part of it is Freshman Quest. It begins there, but then we take freshmen away, and it ends there. It ends there with the most important thing we do on our campus, with Mass. And by that time it's pitch black outside, and they come back, and all their parents are invited. So there'll be hundreds of parents out there, and all the freshmen sitting within the walls of the labyrinth. And that's really their first class Mass. It's their first time that they've really gathered as the class of whatever at Juan Diego Catholic High School to pray together with their parents. It's one of my favorite experiences of the year.